Hello everyone, and welcome to the final episode of the Moon Base. Today we're wrapping this chapter up by bringing our current crew of 4 back home to Kerbin, but at the same time launching a brand new crew to the moon. But this time we're doing things a little differently. We're sending 2 Kerbals down to the surface to continue science and research, while the other 3 remain in lunar orbit inside a brand new smaller crew module. While all this was happening, there have been a few upgrades going on behind the scenes. We get a brand new ISU rover, a dedicated science rover, and an upgraded HLS that's going to play an important role in the future of this base. We begin by filling up the Bluemoon lander. This is something I've learned the hard way throughout the series. Fuel margins matter. I need enough fuel to get the lander to orbit, rendezvous, and dock with Orion, and then to have enough left to return with the trip, all in one go. While we're getting everything ready, I also brought back our ISU rover. Since some time has passed, I've upgraded the system so that the ISU rover can now dock with a dedicated patrol rover. The idea is pretty simple. More drilling means more ore, and more ore means more fuel. The system will eventually become our starting point when we begin our operations on Lunar, before we transfer over to a large stationary fuel storage system. But for now, we need to get this crew home. With Bluemoon fueled and the rover secured, we wait a couple days for the launch window to line up with Orion, and as you can tell, I had a little trouble getting everything oriented. I actually had to roll Bluemoon just to get the airlock pointed in the right direction, and somehow despite having no electricity, the thing was still functional. I'm just not going to question it. With the crew moved to Bluemoon, it's time to launch. This was actually my first real attempt at manually lining up the orbit with Orion, so it was not pretty at all. I ended up wasting a lot of fuel trying to get the rendezvous right, but eventually with a few questionable maneuvers, a whole lot of orbital mechanics, we finally made it. And now we're docked with Orion. The crew transfers over, Bluemoon is left behind, and we begin our journey back to Kerbin. was trying my best to land during daylight, and unfortunately, Kerbin had other plans. And yes, that little explosion you just saw was the decoupler. Nothing important, hopefully. The actual re-entry surprisingly went well. The heat shield handled everything, and the parachutes deployed, and the spacecraft came down with no major problems. The only issue is we landed on actual land. And you know, the Orion capsule, the heat shield is supposed to be tucked in the fairing. It's kind of tucked out, which I honestly don't like. But, you know, it's a resolving problem. I can fix it later. I'm also going to build a Dragon capsule, like a deep space one. I don't know, a theory I've been thinking of, so, yeah. But at least we made it down safe. Not exactly the splashdown I was hoping for, but honestly, I'll take it. The important thing is, all 4 crew members are back, home safe. So, starting the lift off of SLS Block 1B, one of my favorite vehicles I've built so far. Love the detail, I love how it works, it's very efficient, I've used it for many missions. A habitation module inside. It's my second concept of it, and I'm gonna launch the first concept too, because that one's mainly for storage and an actual habitation module. But just look at that, like, it's perfect. I know people tend to go into like crazy detail when it comes to rockets like these, but honestly, it's simple, it's sleek, it looks good to me. I wonder how it's gonna look though in the restock, because I know it tends to change a lot of features. So I hope it doesn't change anything too crazy when I switch to restock. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going. Yeah, once I switch over to restock, I'm gonna start trying to make like cinematic films, with certain songs. I have a whole playlist of just songs I want to use for KSP videos. Yeah, on the video. So I want to use this module in Orion. I want to keep the scientists there for around 100 days. I know they can stay there for around like 175. Keep them there for 100. Next crew, just keep on switching in between. But every launch I do with SLS Block 1B, I'm going to be launching a new compartment to the station. Keep building as we go on. Yeah, that's what I'm going to plan on doing. There you go. And now you can finally see the module I'm talking about. I don't know why I didn't showcase it before. But yeah, this thing honestly is very useful. I've gained around like 1,000 science just from going from Kerbin to the moon. So yeah, what I do think I want to add to it for the next launch, either bigger solar panels or I don't know, like a gravitational ring. Is that what it's called? Yeah. So this thing's gonna expand quick. I think the next launch is going to be next episode. I'm going to be sending the first concept. Yeah, I'm going to do this first concept, and then we'll add on. But yeah. Now we're docked with Bluemoon. Finally. So we're just gonna transfer 2 Kerbals, an engineer and a scientist, and move a little bit of cargo over. I forgot that my Bluemoon has 2 cargo spaces on the side of the ship, and I didn't get to bring down a lot of stuff because I was being distracted. As we go down for our landing, I would like to say, I didn't really know when to start my burn, so I kind of eyeballed it, and it was a rough landing. It really was. You'll see it. But, I mean, we made it, so I'm not gonna blame you. If you're not gonna blame me, I don't know why I decided to hover vertically for a moment. I should have just slowed down and landed next to HLS, but I went right over the crew modules, and well, I mean, at least went a bit closer, so it's not that bad. But I need to make it like a designated like landing spot for these landers. So I think I want to do for min-miss. I'm gonna like make a box of where I should land. So that's pretty much at the end of the video. A few things I'd like to say before this video ends is I hope you guys tune in for the next video. Like, I hope I'm going to be doing things that I have not seen anyone else do in stock, and that's going to be catching a starship. That's going to be carrying a starship on a SPMT on Minimus. I built one. I hope you guys like it. It's really cool, and yeah, I want to be one of the best stock builders out there, and I hope to make an impression in the next episode. But other than that, yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave down in the comments what you would like to see, and goodbye.